흔들어 우리 미친 듯이 사랑하고 미친 듯 입을 맞추고 미친 듯 꼬리를 흔들어
Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be giving my flaming hot takes on popular, unpopular K-pop opinions. Basically, I will be giving my own thoughts on some random popular K-pop opinions that I see a lot online. This idea came to me because whenever I watch unpopular opinion videos, I end up making my own takes, and I thought it'd be fun to spice things up a little. So yeah, please remember these are all just my opinions, and if you don't agree, awesome, just don't be a jerk about it. Before we begin, please consider liking this video and subscribing. It would really help me out, and please help me filling in the Google form that is going to be in the pinned comment with popular or unpopular K-pop opinions you want to hear my take on. I'm going to make a video where I will be reacting and sharing my thoughts on the popular opinions you submit. Without further ado, let's start. This opinion honestly kind of annoys me, and I don't even stand ITZY. These opinions that are always like, so-and-so shouldn't have debuted, or so-and-so shouldn't have another concept, just seem pointless to me, because you can't really change the past, but I digress. Leah is ITZY's main vocal. I'd argue she is the most pivotal member of the group, but some of you don't acknowledge that just because she's not on the same level in dancing as the other members. It honestly feels like some people care more about the dancing than the actual music, because that's what I get from this take, and I don't understand it, and honestly the girl isn't even that bad. The other members are just too good at dancing. But without Leah, what would their music even sound like? Just say you want it to be a dance crew. Right off the bat, is it just me, or have K-pop fans been extra annoying this year? Like, I'm glad everyone is sharing their opinions on songs and that we're delving into more music critique, but you guys know that a song being quote-unquote experimental doesn't make it good, right? Like, the amount of fans I've seen this year develop this sort of holier-than-thou attitude to hype up their faves experimental music are way too many for my own personal comfort. Honestly, I don't care if the song is different or unique, or if it's quote-unquote generic. If I honestly enjoy the song and bop to it, I like it. I don't care if it's generic, I don't care if it's boring, I don't care if it's experimental. I don't care about labels, I just like it. Am I the only one that's kind of over this? Like, seriously speaking, Twice has received criticism about their vocals since debuted. And like with every topic in K-pop, there's no nuance in this discussion. I think Twice has a good vocal line in 3mix, and the rest of the members have very pretty vocal tones. Twice is mostly just an unbalanced group. The gap between 3mix and the rest, in terms of vocal ability, is a little bit big. That's due to their large number of members. Other groups aren't really that better than Twice. They're just smaller numbers and are more balanced in terms of vocal abilities. There's also the range issue, but that's like talking to the wall. K-pop producers love pushing their artists' vocals to the extreme. But honestly, does it even matter? Regardless, their vocals work for the concepts and type of songs that they make. Do I think that they would benefit from lower songs and some vocal lessons? Yeah, but the probability of that happening is very slim. Honestly, I'm at a point where I just wish that the girls had a bit more confidence in themselves. Which I also recognize that is difficult because of the amount of hate that they've been receiving because of their vocals, so this just ends up being like a cycle, and I'm just kind of over it. I kind of feel bad for all of you guys that have had your hearts crushed and time wasted over Mnet, and another part of me wants to seriously ask you guys, what were you expecting? Like, I admire the positivity, but guys, this is Mnet we're talking about. You know, the ones that rigged results, the ones that created evil editing. After Produce, I decided to never waste my time on that snake. And by what it appears, I was right. All I know about Girls Planet 99 is through osmosis. They indirectly manipulated the votes by evil editing. The moment I saw that foreign trainees were going to be allowed, I knew this was going to be a shit show. Mnet and Korea's xenophobic ass weren't going to like a lot of C trainees or J trainees debuting, and it came true. The lineup is random and just not that global. Honestly, the only thing that truly surprised me was how bad their name is. I'm sorry, the name is bad. Having something as cool as like a space concept and you are telling me that was the only name you thought of? We need better creative directors in K-pop, but that's going to be in another video. Anyways, congratulations to everyone who got in. Yujin, you deserve it. Xiaotin is a queen. And stop the weird hate y'all have for Bai. I don't even know the girl, but it's starting to get annoying and excessive. Everywhere I go, people are like shading her, dragging her. It's getting weird. So yeah, I'm a shooter for Somi. These last few years, the takes I've seen on Somi have not been it. I think Somi is a great soloist that is developing her own style. She has amazing stage presence, and Dum Dum proved that she can achieve mainstream success. Basically, my take is I believe Somi made the right decision leaving a company she didn't want to be in and doing what she wanted to do, which was being a soloist. When she didn't, and she said that she didn't want to be in a group. It might not have been an instant success, but it's working for her. And I wish her nothing but the best. With all that said, please stream Dum Dum and Somi's new album, especially Watermelon, which is going to be my favorite track on her new album. Part of me really wants to agree with this opinion. Come on now, K-pop as a whole hasn't really been great since pre-2019. The last great year was 2018. We've had some gems over the years, but overall there has been a slight dip in quality, and this year is no exception. Like, I thought 2020 was a mediocre year, but this one is shaping to be an even worse one. There just seems to be an extreme lack of creativity this year, and all I see are companies pandering to stans and other audiences. The debuts have been very lukewarm and underwhelming. The boy groups have been very unmemorable with their releases, and they're all starting to like mesh with each other that you don't even recognize their own identities, with some exceptions, of course. I think it's probably due to the pandemic. A lot of big groups are not releasing consistent comebacks. The big three, the big four are just acting weird this year. This year, I've honestly found myself listening to Western music more and to older K-pop songs, specifically early 3rd gen and old 2nd gen. Overall, girl groups and soloists have been hard carrying this year, especially soloists. My favorite songs this year have almost all been soloists. I would say that the part of me that doesn't agree is because this year has had some great comebacks with a lot of potential, but this whole year has been feeling off. Hopefully it'll get better in 2022. I feel like I've touched this topic in my channel a lot, but to be frank, there has been a slight drop in powerhouse vocalists in the 4th gen, especially when we compare them to 2nd and 3rd gen. The keyword, powerhouse vocals. And for that, I have 2 arguments which I haven't heard anyone discuss, and I want to share them. One, I think I should have started with this one. But when you guys say the 4th gen can't sing, you guys are always mostly only talking about the only 5 4th gen groups you guys know, which happen to be the popular ones, which are mostly only rap or dance focused groups. There are actually a lot of 4th gen groups with very strong and good vocal lines, like aespa, Treasure, Stacy, Purple Kiss, and Oneness, and more. But since they're not as popular, or except as since they're not as popular, or they're not as well hyped, or they're not as hyped, I feel like people don't talk about them when they do have good vocals. So my second point is I blame you guys, fans. Well, not you specifically, the person listening to this video. I blame the K-pop community. The whole reason this has happened is because of the emphasis of performance that has taken place in K-pop. A lot of fans genuinely care more about the dance than the vocals and the song. Thus, I do think companies see this and they would rather debut an okay vocalist but that can dance really well than a great vocalist who just can't dance as well. A year ago, I probably would have agreed to this and proceed to whine about how much I miss old BTS, but honestly, I just don't care now. I have better things to do. BTS music has changed. There's no point in denying it, and it's not just the title tracks. Truth of the matter is, what I personally feel doesn't matter that much. I would honestly rather spend my free time listening and genuinely in loving another group's music than wasting it in negativity. BTS can release whatever they want and they'll still be successful. I'm not obligated to like it, and they are not obligated to make music I like. I'm just so tired. I'm just so sick and tired and bored of this discourse now, because it's pointless. They'll lose old fans and gain new fans, and this isn't something exclusive to BTS. This happens to all artists and groups. I just wish people realize that this isn't that deep, and sometimes understanding or just not caring is healthier than constantly living in the past. So most drama between K-tubers would be avoided if everyone just ignored each other. There's like a ton of channels that rub me the wrong way, but I don't mention them. Simple. Plus, I think that a lot of viewers forget that K-tubers are just random fans like you and me. The only difference is that they know how to use KineMaster. So worshipping K-tubers is weird. They're not idols. But at the same time, K-tubers are human, and sending death threats or hate over someone's different opinion on a song you like or on a group you like is just weird and honestly worrisome. I think this generation needs help. I think you need help if you're honestly sending hate on someone just because they said they didn't like a song. I don't know why it's so difficult to just treat K-tubers like human beings. Don't worship them, but also give them the proper respect they need. And to end my video, I'm going to share my controversial take. I'm okay and fine if Blackpink doesn't have a comeback this year. So let me elaborate. In Blink spaces, it seems that fans are getting antsy and needy for a comeback, but honestly, I'm fine if they don't. Like, don't get me wrong, I would absolutely love if Blackpink came back with more music, but I feel that I don't need it the same way other fans do. And it's not that I've moved on or I'm standing other groups. More like, again, this is just a very me theme. I don't really stand the same way other fans do. I listen to the songs, I retweet the pretty pictures, I watch the extra clips, and move on to other things in my life. I think I have this attitude because a lot of my faves are on hiatus, and I'm just used to waiting over a year for albums. Again, I know this is K-pop and things are different. Maybe it's because this is like my 7th year in K-pop, but that sense or urgency and need for constant comebacks is kind of gone. This is just how I genuinely feel and think. I'm okay with this year being a solo activity year. Again, I'm used to this. My old faves have been in hiatus for years. Hell, I'm lucky that TR is even having a comeback. I've loved Rose and Lisa solos. I can't wait for Jisoo's drama, and Jennie has been booked and busy, and she genuinely seems happy. I feel like a weirdo because everyone is craving and wanting the comeback, and I'm just like, take your time. I'll be here waiting. And those were all my takes on unpopular opinions. What do you guys think? Do you agree with any of my takes or not? Comment them down below. And please don't forget to fill in the Google form with some unpopular opinions you want to hear my take on. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And don't forget to turn the notifications on, since YouTube never ever recommends my stuff. Please remember to stay safe, have a wonderful day, and I really hope to see you here soon. Bye!